Hello, everybody. This PowerPoint, we're going to study together the section in our material that is called How Children Learn. Yes? Okay. The first of those tenets that we need to take into account is that children learn by doing and interacting with their environment. Okay? This is based on Piaget's study. He emphasized that children are active learners and thinkers, right? And he developed a theory of cognitive development according to which children go through, or everybody, yes, we go through different stages in cognitive development, in the development of our mind. And as we go from one to another, we develop different skills until the fourth stage in which we accomplish full human intelligence, okay? So children construct knowledge from interacting with the physical world in the developmental stages, those stages of development, cognitive development, right? Here you have the four stages. The first one goes from birth to 2 years old. It's a sensory motor stage in which children develop their five senses from always an egocentric perspective. Yes, they cannot see or understand a different perspective, okay? In the second stage, the pre-operational stage, is for children, is approximately, yes, this takes place when children are 2 to 7 years old. And in this second stage, children, well, they realize that they have learned, that they have knowledge, but they cannot explain that knowledge, right? However, there is a little bit of the first steps in abstract thinking, right? That's why it's pre-operational stage. Yet, they still see things from their own perspective, okay? In the following stage, the concrete operational stage, ages 7 to 11, children now, this is the intuitive stage because children can now develop concrete cognitive reasoning. They can base their deductions in logic, yes? So they have this inductive reasoning. Okay, and also many students, or most of the students in primary school, are in this stage. Okay, so they need to manipulate objects, right? And finally, the formal operational stage takes place when children are 12 years old or older, right? This is the last stage, and this is when people acquire the ability to think rationally and to think about abstractions, right? In order to, for example, draw conclusions, okay? Good. Now, there's a very interesting video that you can watch, right, that I have uploaded to the virtual classroom that explains these four stages in more depth, okay? So please watch the video. Okay, the second tenet or premise or idea is this one. Children need support and scaffolding, okay? Let's start with support first. And then here we need to consider Vygotsky's ideas, yes? He claimed that children construct knowledge through interaction with adults, teachers, or more capable peers, yes? He believes that knowledge, or that development actually has to do with being able to do things with the help, with the assistance of more capable others, okay? More knowledgeable others. These could be concrete things, like, for example, to learn to ride a bike, or more abstract things, for example, to be able to play chess, or to solve mathematical problems, or to learn a language, right? So interaction is key for Vygotsky. And he introduced this idea of the zone of proximal development. So we have an area, we have some skills that we can do on our own, right? Then there is the zone of proximal development, in which we can do things with the help of this more capable other, right? Usually teachers, tutors, also peers, yes, classmates or parents that help us do new things, right? Once we acquire those knowledge, once that we develop those skills, we have a new zone of proximal development, right? New challenges to conquer, okay? Also, there's another video for you to watch in the virtual classroom that expands on Vygotsky's ideas, okay? So please watch it. The second part of this tenet has to do with scaffolding. Yes, scaffolding is a term that was coined by, by Brunner. Yes, he continued Vygotsky's work in the late 20th century, and he put forward the idea of scaffolding, meaning assistance. You know what a scaffold is? Scaffold is like those structures that construction workers use to climb a building, yes, in order to be able to reach higher, right? Un andamio, okay? So with this idea of scaffolding, he meant the role of the teacher when helping students accomplish a certain task, right? Providing assistance, scaffolding, okay? The key term in didactics. So then this Cameron organized Brunner's ideas into different steps that teachers should follow in order to provide effective scaffolding. Okay, the first step has to do with creating interest in the task. In order to do so, we need to know our students very well, right? We need to be aware of their interests, their preferences, okay? The context is very important. Then we need to give instructions in a very simple manner. Usually, or sometimes, it's important to break the activity down into smaller steps, okay? And when teaching young learners, it's a good idea to give these steps one at a time. Then, keep the children on track by reminding them of the objective of the task. Children need to know the purpose of this, okay? So, we are going to prepare a fruit salad. Step number 1, we need to select the fruit. What's this? What's this? Yeah? So they need to see the purpose of what they are doing, okay? This is very important. Then we need to emphasize important points and also to show alternatives, yes? When designing activities, when thinking about what to preparing a syllabus or following a book, we need to take into account the students learn in different ways. Some students have preference for some things and others for others, okay? This is related to what we're going to see in a moment about multiple intelligences. Yes? Children learn in different ways because they have a tendency, right, a different tendency to, as regards different intelligences. Demonstration and modeling is very important, yes? The teacher should model, should show how things are done by providing an example, yes? Examples are very, very important when learning a language, yes? And finally, it's also important to go around the class and control children's frustration during the task. Providing help, scaffolding again, okay? So acknowledging that the task is difficult, that may bring some difficulty, because again, children learn at different pace, a different rhythm, and with different intelligence. So don't worry, I know that this is difficult, but I can help, right? Without telling the answer, we need to provide help. We need to show that we are empathetic, okay? Also, there's a very nice video for you to watch that I have uploaded to the virtual classroom, yes? So please watch it. So, as I was saying before, Howard Gardner, in 1999, suggested a model of 8 different types of intelligences. Then he added a 9th. So there are 9 different intelligences according to Howard Gardner. This is just one model, one theory. There are different theories as regards intelligence. But I think that this makes sense because it's not possible to say, okay, you are intelligent and you are not, but rather to say that you have this kind of intelligence. You are good at sports. You are good at maths. She has preference for she has social skills, right? And this is how Howard Gardner used to see things. So in this picture, we can see the different intelligences: linguistic, logical, mathematical, visual, spatial, musical, bodily, kinesthetic, interpersonal, intrapersonal, naturalistic, and existential. Please play pause if you want to read everything, right? You have also information in the reading pack, and also you have a very nice video to watch, that is very graphic, where you can see really how different people with different types of intelligence usually think and work. Okay, so providing diversity is very important, yes, providing our students with different kind of activities. Even if you are teaching, well, we teach languages, but even if you are teaching language, yes, some students prefer maths. So showing them the logical part of language may help them with the learning of the language, right? If you have musical students, songs are always a good idea in language classrooms, yes. Bodily kinesthetic students, of course, usually or mostly when working with young learners, it's always a good idea to move your body a little bit, maybe play Simon Says or head, shoulders, knees, and toes, yes, or some TPR. TPR, total physical response, is a method, a teaching method that implies doing what I say, basically. So you say, sit down, everybody sits down. Stand up, they stand up. Yes, open the door, right? So they learn language through movement, okay? So the idea is to say the action and do it at the same time. It's a very good idea. Okay, so up to here with how children learn. Now please read the theory material again, watch the videos suggested, and answer the questionnaires in the virtual classroom, okay? Next, we're going to see the impact, or more explicitly, the impact of these learning theories on language, yes, language teaching, okay? And then we're going to continue with the section, how children learn a language, okay? So please keep it up with the reading and with the activities. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.